Notice the order in which the adjectives occur. Size, small. Color, black. Material is tin. Okay? Of which it is made. See, so once more, tell the order of adjectives. Size, yes, size, color, material. Size, color, material. Okay. Now, see this? Notice the order in which the adjectives occur. And then, let us see. Teacher will say now, size, color and material. You say in your mind, small, black, tin. Okay. Small, black, tin, box. Box is the noun. Now, next one is, we rarely use. Come on, look at the next point. We rarely, this question will come for the exam whenever, see, maybe after 2 months or 1 month, when the exam is conducted, you will get a question from this for sure. Mark it as very important. The order, notice the underline, underline in your textbook, notice the order in which the adjectives occur. Size, color, material. Next point, we rarely use more than 4 adjectives before a noun. See, it is using more than 4 adjectives before a noun, it will look strange. It is enough to use, more, it is enough to use, 4 adjectives, okay, it is fine, more than that. But there is no rigid order you can use, but still, in which they are used. Okay, though there is a preferred order of modifiers or adjectives in a noun phrase. Modifiers or adjectives. What are modifiers? Modifiers means you are saying your opinion. Those words are modifiers. Nice, lazy, beautiful. Look at the table given below. You have to look on screen. Can you see on screen? See, teacher has zoomed it and you can see very well on screen. We rarely use more than 4 adjectives before a noun, and there is no rigid order in which they are used. Though there is a preferred order of modifiers or adjectives in a noun phrase as given below. So determiners, they are articles, a and the. First box, the pink box, did you see? Next pink box, did you see? Modifiers. They say your opinion. That is, they are adjectives. Nice, lazy, beautiful. Next is also adjective. See, modifier 2 is size, shape, age. That is tall, round, old, young. So size, shape and age. Opinion or feeling, size, shape and age. Then comes color. The color is red, white, light or dark. See, fair. These are all mentioning colors. Next comes, this is the order in which you place the adjectives before a noun. Okay, so that it becomes a, yes, it becomes a noun phrase. Now, modifier 4 is material. Silk, cotton, woolen. See, these are all materials. And then the head word. The head word is the noun. Head word is the noun used. Woman, man, table, chair, building. These are all, see, the nouns. And the different adjectives which precede or come before it is, see this, a, and, or the. Nice, lazy, beautiful. See, there can be other words. These are saying your opinion, like pretty or ugly. So many things can come, See, and then the modifier 2 is saying size, shape, age. That is tall, shows size, shape, round, and old or young shows age, and the color, red, white, light, dark, fair, all this. And then comes material is silk, cotton, woolen. And then comes the head word, that is the noun in a noun phrase. Now, I hope all of you understood. We will be doing exercises. I will be giving you notes, and let me finish this first. The textbook, as I finish explaining, you will understand when we do the notes, okay, when we go to the notes. Now, see this fourth part. Fourth part is another, something you have to do in your notebook. This this question number 4, you have to do in your notebook. The table below contains a list of nouns, okay? The table below contains a list of nouns, okay? Nouns are naming words and some adjectives which describe them. Okay, nouns are naming words. The basic grammar, it is, see, teacher's watch. See, this is a watch and this is a noun. And see, teacher is saying black watch. Adjective, black is adjective because it describes the noun watch. Okay, so just like that. So let me read once more. You have to do this exercise in your notebook. I will give it in the notes. We will discuss the notes now. The table below contains a list of nouns and some adjectives. A list of nouns and adjectives. Use as many adjectives. Where will you place adjectives? Before nouns. Black watch. Watch is the noun, black is the adjective. So you will place the adjectives before the nouns. How, as many adjectives as possible you can place. That's what they are saying in the question. Use as many adjectives as you can to describe each noun. You might come up with some funny descriptions. Okay, anyway, let us move on to some sensible descriptions, okay? See, what will you say about an elephant? Elephant, what will you say? Will you say a chubby elephant? No. You will say a chubby face. Face is the noun, chubby is the adjective. Chubby face. Red, chubby face. And then comes building. Building, what will you say? Multicolored, large building, you can say. And then water. Cold, blue water. Cold, blue water. So you have to place it correctly. The adjectives have to be placed according to the order. Size, then comes shape, then comes material. And also another list was given. See this? Opinion or feeling, size, shape, age, color and material. And that is also taken into account now. Then comes elephant. See, I described the noun water, building and face. Face, teacher described as chubby face. And red chubby face. Red and chubby describes. Red and chubby are the adjectives. Building. So, multicolored, enormous building. So, that makes it two adjectives before the noun building. Water. Water you can say cold, blue water. And then that is the order of placing it. And then comes elephant. Elephant which, let me think about it. You also think, children. Which adjective will you pick and use before an elephant? See, which adjective will you pick and use before an elephant? Will you use circular or striped? No. A striped, a zebra can be striped. Enormous elephant. You can say a large elephant. Okay, here there is large. Okay, and then a large, round elephant. Okay, let's say large, wild. You can also say wild. Okay, a large, wild elephant. Okay. Now, so this will be, you have to do it in the notebook. I will give it in the notes. And then comes the speaking part. Speaking part in the textbook reminds us of developing our spoken English skills. This is discussion. See this? In groups, discuss whether was are a good way. Based on the lesson, this topic is given. The question is, the discussion topic is whether wars are a good way to end conflicts between countries. Are wars good way? It's a good way to end conflicts between countries. Then present your arguments to the whole class. Okay, some of you children will have to take, teacher is going to take the participant list and teacher is going to call 5 or 6 of you just to take your opinion and present it before the class. Okay, let me ask you now, see, whether wars are a good way to end conflicts. You have to, in a discussion, in an argument means there are people who are opposing the topic and there are people who are for the topic. Opposing the topic and for the topic. There is a clash, a big clash between these two. So, some of you have to say wars are a good way of ending conflicts between countries, and some of you have to say or argue with them, saying wars are not a good way to end conflicts. Let us have a football match, let us have a cricket match, or let us have some other competition to end the conflict. So you will have to take turns and tell me. Now let us not waste too much time. Yes, okay son, let us get back to something teacher wants to tell you. It is next is also going to be a discussion. Let us get over with this discussion. You have to think in your mind. Only for speaking this is whether wars are a good way to end conflicts or not. Okay. And then next we move on to the speaking part, second part. What kind of presents do you like and why? What are the things you keep in mind when you buy presents for others? Okay. What kind of presents do you like and why? Just let me move fast. So, let me tell you, what kind of presents do you like and why? I know all of you will be telling teacher like, we like presents which we really want to have, which we don't have but we want to have. So, something, if it is a book, if it is some painting material which you do not have, you long for it, and when you get it as a present, that is what are the things you keep in mind when you buy presents for others? When you are buying presents for others, what are the things which you will keep in mind? You will just look for something which will suit them, which they really need. Sometimes what teacher does is, I go and find out whether that person needs something, and then if it is a thermos flask that person needs, then I would buy that and give it to the person. If what that person needs, teacher would give it to that person whom I'm presenting something, okay, a gift. And then discuss with your partner. For example, you might buy a book because it can be read and reread. Something which, a present is something which they can keep for a long time. A longer time they can keep, okay? And now comes the writing skill, the main part, writing skill, okay? Imagine that you are Jim. You have returned to your town after the war. Look at that, something amazing. Is it a ghost? No, Jim. Actually, Jim McPherson died in the war, the captain of the English army. But here, the letter writing part, they are asking you to imagine yourself as the soldier, the English captain Jim. He is coming back after war. He did not die. That is what they are saying here. Okay, in the lesson, he dies. But here they are saying, imagine that you are Jim. And you have returned to your town after the war. In your diary entry, record how you feel about the changes you see and the events that occur in your town. New buildings have come up, new marketplaces have come up, so many things have come up, okay. And see, the date you should mention is 25th December, 1919. It's Christmas today, but the town looks sleepy, and you have to start writing like that. I will give it in the notes, okay. Now, next, this also, cut off the or. You have to write this also. Suppose you, in your notes, you have to write the diary record, and also you have to write this. That is a personal letter, an informal letter you have to write. The topic is, suppose you are the visitor. And suppose you are the visitor, you are in a dilemma. You don't know whether to disclose your identity and disappoint the old lady, or let her believe that her dear Jim has come back. Write a letter to a friend highlighting your anxiety, fears and feelings. This letter also you have to write. This letter writing will be in the next class. Next is outline story. That will be in the next class, okay? So, let us now move to the, let me take now, see this, it is The notes. Now teacher is going to discuss the notes for the remaining time, okay? That is, now check this, it is 18/6/2020 and we are discussing Honeydew textbook, pages 18, 19 and 20. All of you listen very carefully and attend to the screen. Look at the screen. See this, working with language, noun phrases. These notes which I am sharing now on the screen, you should write in your notebook. Okay, when teacher calls you, you know, the first 10 numbers, the second 10 numbers, the last 10 numbers like that, then you should submit your notes. So, you know that very well. So, first it is, teacher started with noun phrases. Small black tin box. Look at the screen. Small black tin box and see this, size, color, material, noun. Beautiful round wooden table. What is it? Beautiful is opinion, round is shape, wooden is material, table is noun. Check the order in which the adjectives are placed. Lazy, tall, dark, man. Man is the noun and what is placed before the adjective? See, lazy, opinion, tall, shape, dark is color. Next is pretty, young, fair woman. Pretty, young, fair woman. Pretty is opinion, young is age, fair is color and woman is noun. Okay, now comes exercise 4 in the textbook. I already explained to you what you have to write in your notebook. Enormous circular elephant, round, cheerful, chubby face, wild black elephant, multicolored medium-sized building, blue cold water. Next comes the writing assignment. See, this is very important, the writing assignment. Diary writing. This is something you have to do it for the exam. You will get it. Whenever the exam is conducted, you will get this. Writing assignment 1. Diary writing. So, points to remember. Keep this in your mind always when you are writing a diary. Okay, see, the diary must carry the date. The diary must carry the date. The time could also be mentioned. It is not strictly being said that time should be mentioned, but you can also mention the time. So, date, time, then the style of writing should be informal. The style of writing should be informal. Next comes, a good diary entry contains honest feelings of the writer. A good diary entry contains the honest feelings of the writer. See, sample diary entry. Teacher is giving a sample diary entry. Do not copy this. You have to write the diary entry which is given in the textbook. That is about Jim. You are Jim. You have come back after the war, after so many years. Now the town is like this. The people are like this. Nobody knows you. And you cannot find your wife. Just like that. You have to pretend you are Jim and write the diary entry. See this. Now, it is a good diary. Okay. Next one is sample diary entry. Teacher is going to read now. So, put today's date. Teacher is writing the diary today, 18/6/2020, Thursday, 7 p.m. Thursday night, okay? Teacher is saying, dear diary. We always mention in the diary, dear diary. Today was an exciting day in school. It should touch your emotions. Whatever is touched your emotions, you should write down. See this. Today was an exciting day in school. The Arts Festival Spotlight 2020 was inaugurated by the renowned singer Sri K.J. Yeshudas. During the lighting the lamp ceremony, the lamp was handed over to the music master by me. Do you know how blessed I felt when he stroked my head lovingly? At that moment, I decided to resume my classical music lessons. To continue. The great master inspired me so much that I stood there on stage. Where is it? Okay. See, at that moment I decided to resume my classical music lessons. The great master inspired me so much that I stood there on stage staring at him. Then my principal nudged me like he is just reminding me and asked me to sit in the second row of the audience. My dear diary, I feel the music muse in me is all set to attend classical music classes. Dad and mom, who were trying to coax me to go for music lessons, were surprised. They are overjoyed now at the decision I have taken. Let me go now. Mom's calling me to have dinner. Bye, diary. This is how you should, this is only a sample. Please don't copy this in your notebook. You have to write the diary entry which is given to you to write in the textbook. Okay, next one is assignment to be written in your notebook. Diary entry, assignment 1, textbook, page 20. Top part it is given. Imagine you are Jim. You have returned from war. You see so many changes. Nobody realizes who you are. Your wife is not there. Record these changes and events occurring in the town. Write 15 sentences in the diary entry. Okay. Now, next class, what teacher will teach is, see this, the informal letter writing, outline story, and teacher will explain the ant and the cricket poem. Okay. So children, it's time for me to go now. It's signing off, Mary and teacher.